Welcome to Studio Snack. I'm Lydia Thornley, designer, creative director and sketcher.
And I'm Narciso Oleda, all-rounded creative.
This month we've been taking a look at circular snacks, snacks made from waste. Some cultures celebrate the deliciousness of little morsels made from leftovers. Narcis, tell us about croquetas.
Ay, croquetas. Everyone loves a croqueta, don't you?
Oh yes.
It's my favorite snack. When I go to a bar in Spain and there is a croqueta there, I usually order a beer and a croqueta. And I think all the Spaniards think that it's a national dish, but actually it comes from France, which I was surprised, not surprised because of the croquette. It was invented in the 19th century and it was a food for kings, which still is in a way, with the invention of the croquette royale. And the name is attributed to the crock that makes when you bite on them.
Oh,
That's
the
interesting.
sound.
And many countries actually have them, like Hungary, Japan, Portugal, like a lot of the countries. So it's not very original from Spain. What I think is exclusive from Spain is that croqueta is a dish that we make from leftovers. And after a roast dinner, my mom always made croquetas, or she still makes them. However, she never managed to make the balls and cram them because the paste is so delicious that she leaves it on the top, and we keep eating and spooning it away. I think it's a tactic for her to save her to do the croquetas because it's quite laborious as well.
Yeah, mums are clever.
Yes, so it's a good circular snack because you could technically use the breadcrumbs as well from like dry bread that you might have. But Lydia, I'm sure there is more history about leftovers. Any theory to share?
Of course. Well, for centuries it was normal to use up and preserve foods, salting, ferments, drying, bottling. Leftovers, as we know them, didn't really exist until the invention of the fridge. In World War I, eating your leftovers was even seen as a patriotic duty. In the Great Depression of the 1930s, using stuff up was virtuous frugality. And then, of course, there was rationing in World War II. Mid-century, though, everything changed. Convenience foods offered housewives liberation from household drudgery. There was snobbery around leftovers, perhaps because this was a time of relative prosperity. There were even etiquette questions about asking for a doggy bag in restaurants. Leftovers, interestingly, led to the invention of Tupperware in the 1940s, which I didn't realise were actually invented by a man called Earl S. Tupper.
No.
Made from plastic, which was the wonder product of the age.
Wow.
And of course we look upon it very differently now. And microwaves led to another shift in leftover culture. And now we've come full circle for different reasons. Environmental considerations are driving new kinds of food organisation and enterprise. There are restaurants serving up food made from surplus. Silo is our local. There are enterprises making food products from waste. There's Nibs, etc., who we know, and Reduce, both born in London. Box schemes like Oddbox offer produce that would otherwise go to waste. And even supermarkets now like to get in on the act with packaged wonky ranges. And there are charities like the Felix Project making food from waste to serve and distribute to people who need it. And there are information resources as well. We found Love Food, Hate Waste, lots of recipe generators. When I asked Oddbox for their top tips, they pointed me at their recipe engine on their own platform. And there are apps. There's Too Good To Go, Olio, Karma, Food Cloud, and apps that help people use up food by expiration date. No Waste and Nosh are two examples of those. Narcis, you've been looking for some top tips, haven't you?
So what I did was email a friend of mine that she worked in Silo, and she was telling me that the waste is one of the biggest problems in the world because it's very unsustainable and because it's also regarded like something that disposable. And actually she said, she gave me like a really nice sentence where she said, waste is a failure of creativity or imagination, which I think it's a great quote.
So true in every discipline, really.
She was saying that using food waste as an ingredient is actually a state of mind. She actually makes pesto from the green carrot leaves.
Ooh.
She makes from the artichoke leaves. She makes kombucha, She makes a lemon alioli with roast lemon peels.
The kitchen must smell lovely after that.
Yes, and my favorite one is dehydrated tomato skins with salt to make like a nice powder.
For my experiment, I threw everything I do together. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, deep breath. First, I made crisps from my odd box veg, from carrots and parsnips. Then I made kitchen inks from leftover carrots, some onion skins, things in my store cupboard. I mixed up turmeric and paprika. I used my coffee that I'd made in my cafetiere first thing in the morning.
Amazing.
I also popped into Fibre Lab in Hackney Wick to find out about the amazing papers they've been making from waste. And I came away with some scraps of paper made from hospitality waste. So I drew my waste veg crisps in kitchen ink on paper made from old towels.
That's so cool.
Just the most amazing surface, and there were so many discoveries in doing those bits of drawing, trying out inks, seeing what the colours did.
We're gonna post this on our Instagram.
We are. So Narcis, what have you made? I believe there are some croquetas on the way.
So basically what I've done was making some nice roast dinner on Sunday and then use the leftovers to make a croqueta, and I brought them here to try.
Yummy. So what have we learned from all of this for our creative practice?
So I think in terms of design, I think all the ideas or most of the ideas come from input that we get, and whether it's conscious or unconsciously, it actually influences our work. For example, I'm thinking the I Love New York from Milton Glaser, how many times we've seen it in any other countries or any other applications. And I think ideas get improved over and over as well. Like you can actually take an idea and improve it. And I'm thinking the typewriter, when it got inspired by the piano, and it looked like a piano, and it has been improved into typewriter. And now you could say that Microsoft Word is kind of the same with the keyboard and the.
Yeah, exactly, modern keyboards and phones, and on it goes. And we can recycle skills as well. In late career, I'm finding new uses for skills and processes that I first learned as a kid. We were chatting earlier about how when we had to move out of the studio at short notice, I found myself tripping over waste at home and finding ways to use it up, and that became a thing that I started using in my work, and that's becoming more and more relevant as we look at new ways to use waste and find playful ways to respond to creative tasks.
Yes, I love your notebooks, and that's something that I have to start doing with all the prints that come out of the printer that then you don't use, kind of making maybe a little notebook or something.
Absolutely, and it's so easy to do.
Anyway, do you want a croqueta?
Oh, yes, please.
Everyone wants a croqueta.
Join us next month for another studio snack.
See you.